Meta has recently released updated restrictions for teen accounts on Instagram using the PG-13 guidelines applied to movies. Accounts for users under the age of 18 will now be filtered to only see content similar to that of a PG-13 rated film. The move hides posts that contain sexually suggestive content, graphic images, and topics related to alcohol, tobacco, and marijuana. Instagram says these updates are already underway to teen accounts in the US, UK, Australia, and Canada, with a global expansion coming soon. Meta also plans to bring similar protections to Facebook teen accounts next year. Father Michael Baggett, visiting scholar at the Institute for Human Ecology and an invited theology professor at the Catholic Institute of Technology, joins us now in studio. So, Father, what do you make of this new move that Instagram has rolled out?
Any change to help empower parents protect their children and restrict age-inappropriate content from them is a positive step forward. However, I am concerned because there is quite a difference between static content like a movie that can be thoroughly reviewed by a committee and very dynamic conduct that is performed in social media. So we're dealing with different forms of cyberbullying. We're dealing with predators that are online. We're also seeing a rise in the phenomenon of AI companions and a kind of unhealthy emotional dependence that can be created on these platforms. Those kinds of dynamic relationships are not necessarily regulated fully with a mere label.
Now, of course, we know that AI can be helpful from an educational standpoint. So what would be your advice to teens, to parents, and to educators as they navigate through this new technology?
I would say great vigilance and critical discernment, because there's a mix of everything available online. And indeed, they can be tools of research and assistance, but they can also really promote toxic relationships when left unregulated. So I think that these sorts of measures are always an opportunity for parents and any user to step back and look critically at the kind of digitally mediated relationships that we constantly have, not to enter into them naively, but to really look at the potentially dangerous and harmful content or relationships that can take place there.
Now, studies have shown that some social media use can lead to mental health issues, especially for teens.
Yes.
What would your advice be in that situation?
Well, there should be healthy detachment from these platforms. There should be a privileging of impersonal contact and communication. We need healthy friendships, we need strong families, we need supportive communities. And anytime we see a form of social media related interaction replacing or distracting or discouraging this kind of impersonal contact, that should be a red alarm that something needs to change and that we need to return to the richness of interpersonal exchange and not retreat to a kind of alternative digital world.
Now, Meta is also saying that AI should be giving answers that are in the form of the PG-13 rating as well. Again, just what advice would you have potentially if something doesn't always go the right way? What could people do?
Well, I think that we really need to move beyond just the labels and look at the types of laws that we have. Certainly, parents have a unique responsibility in constantly monitoring and discussing with their children and with other vulnerable people the type of interactions they're having. But I think we can't put an undue burden on parents. We also need laws that hold these companies accountable for sometimes exploitative behavior or design techniques. Sometimes the products can become a bit addictive and can really mislead guidance and mislead people.
Father Michael Baggett, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.